Here we go.
Dude, this is the fucking beginning.
The beginning of the product.
It's not really the beginning, though.
Yeah.
We've been at this for a while. It was about time.
It was about time, but we got here now, and I can already see it on T-shirts and on banners hanging up.
Shiny object syndrome. Here we go.
We're the next full set. Like, we already started. We already created it. Like, in my head, like, we're already there. Like, we've already been on Joe Rogan. Like, this is just...
We've already done it.
This is just
That's
the
what
start.
you think that we have already done it.
This is just the start.
100%.
All right, we really don't know how long this is going to be. We're going to try our best here, as usual.
Dude, I don't even know if we started yet. I'll just get down the nerves and everything, man.
Well,
why is it hard?
It is, but we're going to get comfortable with it.
Yeah, nah.
Get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Nah, it's going to be the journey. Which is funny that I said that.
Tell the story. Tell the story of the journey.
Well, before we get into all that, I think as our first podcast, it needs to be known who the fuck we are.
Fair.
Because no one knows us.
Fair. We'll roll back to that.
We're going to roll back into that.
That's a good story. Okay.
100%. So, why don't you start off? Obviously, I know you, but for our few listeners out there, you know, one day it's going to be millions of users out there. But for now, for the small pool of people that are tuning in, introduce yourself. Who the fuck are you?
So my name is Kobe Gaudette. Right now I work as a small and big tow truck driver / like I have my CDL, so drive tractor trailer. I do all sorts of fun stuff, but big advocate with the gym. I was a 3-sport athlete in high school, and I started getting into lifting, so we're hoping to take this in a path like where we can do some like self-care and gym side of like be the product, which I'm excited for because I've been really dedicated and passionate about the gym lately, and that's really all that's got me excited. So it's nice to like try to fit that into like what we're trying to build our future around. Right. So then like we have stuff that like we actually enjoy that we can like work towards. Because right now it's not that I don't like what I do, I just don't see it being my future. I don't want to be that guy that does all that manual labor for 40 years. You work the 50, 60 hours a week that I do every week just for that paycheck. It's really not, at the end of the day, I don't see it. I want more.
You want more.
I want more.
Tow truck driver. Obviously, what they don't know is we actually grew up in the same town.
Yeah.
Sunny Saco, Maine.
Yeah. Me and Alec know each other since fucking as long as I can remember.
Kindergarten?
Kindergarten? I don't know.
Something like that.
It was
a while ago.
Used to get dropped off at his house for the bus in like first, second grade every day because my mom had to work early. So we grew up together, sports, high school, middle school. We went to different middle schools, but
yeah,
that's besides the fact. About? Yeah, besides the fact. But now...
But he dropped a couple grand to go to a private middle school. That's crazy because knowing you right now, that is not you whatsoever.
No.
But no, that's all good.
Yeah, but now go ahead, introduce yourself. Tell everybody.
There we go.
How good you are.
How good I am.
Yeah.
Please stop. Stop, man. You're making me blush here. Nah, I'm Alec. You know, small town, local boy. Played soccer, basketball, and lacrosse. You know, growing up, that was where my passion was, is just on the sports fields, competing every single day, obviously making a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
Staying competitive in that sense.
I think that's the biggest thing, sports, man. The competition that we build in sports, right. Me and him, when we go at it anytime, like it's always fucking like, nobody competes. I don't have a single friend that competes with me like him. And I think he could say vice versa, so...
Yeah, but it's just annoying when you win, man.
Yeah, that's just
feels so good when I win, huh? You got the best of me today. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, other than that, I'm actually a recent graduate at Bentley University. Studied finance. Finished up pretty early. Finished a semester early, actually. Thought I was gonna go down the corporate route, and had an internship, which I'm very grateful for. Don't get me wrong. The opportunity was awesome. That being said, I'm in my 20s. I'm competitive. And I just couldn't stand sitting in an office all day.
Fuck that shit.
Way too fucking
You don't want to do that
antsy.
shit.
One day. I always told myself, I'll sit at a desk when I'm broke and 35. Right now is the time to bet on yourself. So I actually took the opportunity, and I'm in solar sales. So it's the door-to-door, keeping that competitive spirit alive. Learn very valuable skills that I would never learn anywhere else, and it's going to take me a long way. So
let me just say, I've known Alec my whole life. We were just talking about this. When he got into sales, dude, it was like flip a switch. Like his whole entire mentality, personality, like his confidence, everything about him flipped a switch. Like I always knew he was motivated and everything like that, but then as soon as you started getting into that, I was like, all right, he's taking this shit to the next level. Like he's somebody I need to surround myself with, because I can see that he's grinding and he wants to like be better, and I feel like I'm in the same boat, different path, but same boat.
That's another funny thing is we took two completely different paths. Obviously, you went to college. I think you went more for football.
Yeah, played football, but
you didn't
take it very serious. I was like the Travis Kelce of Endicott, but
wow,
it was a good time
to a high standard. Where's your Taylor Swift?
I told you, I wasn't terrible at football. I just like to fuck around, but
and playing a D3 sport, you had fun doing it.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't regret it. It made some great connections out there. I've met some of your buddies, great people. But now we're sitting here today. This has been a work in progress, to say the least. We actually, what was this, 2 months ago? We said this needs to be a thing. Like, we need to fucking start this shit up. And we're finally fucking here. This is our first podcast, so it's only going up.
It's only going up. It can only get better from here.
Right. So I guess where we start is where we left off before introducing ourselves.
Oh, the story. Okay.
The story. So how the fuck did all this fucking come to be? Well, me and Kobe, we've been pretty dedicated to the gym.
Yeah.
That was probably, we went, 6 days pretty consistently?
Yeah.
For like 3 month stretch.
I wouldn't say that we were as good with it as we have been like the past 2 months.
Right.
But like we were definitely in there. I wouldn't say I was going as hard and like as devoted to dieting and like all the calories and everything behind it, but like we were getting.
Yeah, and then we had conversations and we're like, all right, we're spending way too much time together doing absolute degenerate shit.
We're bad.
Let's just fucking level the fuck up and do what we actually want to do. Took up podcasting. Yeah. Podcasting was our first, idea that popped into our head. That being said, we did not realize how much effort it fucking takes.
No fucking clue.
You can't just start it.
No fucking clue. We thought it was going to be so fucking basic. You flip on a camera and that's all there is to it. Right. And then,
to be honest, I think Alex Hormozi misled us in a sense.
Yeah.
I remember vividly watching a video of him, and he was saying, he's talking about the foundation of your structure. If you want to build a business, you need to have a solid foundation before you can start building up. So we got this idea into our head. Oh, we got to form an LLC. We got to fucking do all this shit. We got to get good quality stuff. We got to make sure that everything's in order before we even put anything out there.
Planned, futures planned, future podcasts.
We should have, at that time, just picked up the phone and started recording.
We did minimally. But it's more stuff for us and so we can see where we came from. We did a lot of that, like sending videos back and forth of just like daily updates and and it helps with like showing what you did. I don't know. I like the idea. The same thing with my journal and writing down my lists and doing all that. I just love the thought process behind it that like I'm gonna have like 4 of these fucking books filled out of like handwritten notes, and in like 20 years I'm gonna be like, dude, I was sitting there telling myself that I need to do the laundry today, and like that was on my checklist. Like I'm gonna laugh about that. You know what I mean? Like I love the idea of just making it so big that like the issues that we had today,
they're nothing.
They're a laugh. Like,
well, everything's in perspective.
Exactly.
But nonetheless, the first step.
After we listened to the bass thing, right?
Yeah.
So, like, we just got through our head that it needed to be perfect. Like, we need to build a big structure, like, nice. So then what do we think? Oh, first night we sit down. Let's figure out a name. We're not leaving this room until we figure out a name.
I think it took us 3 days.
Yeah. Well, the first day we went to the gym. We got back like 7. And we were probably sitting on this couch until like 11:30 at night.
Just brainstorming names. We'd have really good idea. No, you know what's even... No, we had one. We had one before we even started. And it was The Journey.
Yeah, The Journey.
We were like, dude, this is The Journey podcast. I wrote up the description. I'm like, dude, this is so sick.
I started business emails called Alec Mackler and Kobe got at The Journey. Like, dead serious. We thought that was our name. We never even thought to look up and see if someone else had the name. That's how, like... we did not know a single fucking thing. Like, we've learned more about, like, technology, anything. Like, we're learning on the fly. Everything that you see, everything that we do, we have no idea what the fuck we're doing. But I guarantee you that we're going to get fucking good at it.
100%.
100%. Like, think about how much we've learned.
That's just our attitude, Toya. We're very competitive. If someone challenges us, we may not get it right the first time. Come try number 2. We're that much better.
That's okay.
And you're fucking shitting.
We're not afraid to fail.
But regardless, we had this idea of our podcast. It was taken, of course. So we're sitting on the couch, going through hundreds of names. Some of them were stupid.
We had like AI generators on like ChatGPT. Yeah. We went on a website that's like random name generators.
Like, this is so stupid. And it was so difficult because we literally didn't like anything.
Yeah. And then every single one that we liked, we'd be like, all right, don't get excited. Like, eventually we stopped getting excited with names. And we type in, like, The Journey podcast, like, on YouTube. And, like, or just in a search bar, sorry. But then, like, it would pop up every single time. Like, somebody already had it.
Yeah, there would be like 5 or 6, like, every 20 minutes that were like, oh, that could definitely be it.
And some of them were, like, the most random fucking names. Like, and it would just be like, oh, some jabroni out in fucking Nebraska has a million followers.
There's not even, like, no posts.
Yeah, oh, yeah, some of them.
Inactive.
Yeah.
In hindsight, we probably could have taken the name. But it's all good. Anyways, I believe I asked you, it's like, listen, man, we're sitting here deciphering a name. What the fuck are you trying to sell?
Yeah.
Like,
and I looked at you.
Yeah. What are you trying to sell?
And I was like, I guess we're trying to sell ourselves, right? Like anybody in like that's trying to get into the media world, marketing, anything. If you're trying to do anything, at the end of the day, you're trying to sell yourself. You're trying to make a friend. You're trying to sell yourself and be a good person and like have good morals, anything. You're just trying to sell yourself.
Right.
And yeah, that's when Be the Product was born.
Don't know who said it, but Be the Product freaking stuck. Right after that, it took about 3 days to come up with a name, but it stuck and we haven't looked back since. Yeah. So, I mean, what we've done now, we did create an LLC, which is snaps of that, a lot more money than what we thought.
Yeah, definitely money on that.
That was stupid.
Man, we sat down and we worked on doing the logos for a while too, which I mean we ended up outsourcing anyway to a website, and they ended up doing it for us.
About graphic design,
but
not something I want to spend my time towards.
But it was still something, like it was still a hurdle that like we didn't know how to do it or how to get it, and then
I just remember being just so frustrated. Like, this is the first thing we have to do, and we can't do it.
We're like looking up pictures with like what do they call it? Like the ghost background, so you can drag it. Oh yeah. Remember? And we're like, we want a pyramid in it.
Yeah.
So we're trying to find the transparency background, so we could drag it on, because we're trying to build our own logo, and then like the next day we're like, fuck that. Let's pay somebody to do it.
I went into finance for a reason.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anyways. Now we are sitting here. It still took about a month and a half for us to get here. I think we have to just lay it all out on the line and just talk about our degeneracy. The past couple of weeks, we have been drinking. Well, we went through
The past couple of weeks?
We drank last week.
Yeah, one time. We've been good this month. I drank twice. I went 28 for 30. All right? That's a fucking good percentage for dry January. All right? Maybe I failed. I did fail. But both times were when I was skiing. And skiing's an exception.
Yeah, you gotta have a few nips when you're on the slopes.
Hey, but then what did we do the next day? Nothing the next day of that one. But
didn't do anything.
The next week we're back into it. It's not like...
I know, but we went through, not necessarily last month, but we were in a cycle of, you know, work Monday through Friday. Come Friday night, we're hanging out. We're going out to the bars.
Every weekend.
Getting hammered. One of us may stay sober, be a DD, but typically...
We were drinking.
Friends. Yeah, we were drinking.
I was drinking days of the week. I mean, lunches. Like, I go out with the guys from work. We go get beers. Like, I mean...
It was never an issue. It was not an issue, but it's just like... You don't realize how that adds up and just takes you off course.
No, I just loved this month. Like honestly, it was way harder than I thought it would be to just like I said, we cheated. We didn't do the whole thing, but so don't hold me to it. But I think that it was a fucking success just because like I learned how to like go out and like everybody can be drinking like and
you don't have
I order a water. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I could go out and just get a drink because I like a drink, like get a beer just because, like, but why do I need a beer?
You don't.
You don't. You're just getting a beer because everybody else is getting a fucking beer. Like, at the end of the day,
I want to fit in, man.
Yeah, but like I go get a beer, and then, like, that night I go to the gym, and then I go and eat healthy. I eat clean all the time. Why am I getting a beer at lunch? Like, I don't need it. Like, I really don't even probably want it that bad. Like, beer doesn't even taste that good with food. Like, if I'm going to drink a beer, it's going to be to get drunk. And I'm not even looking to get drunk anymore. So it's kind of like, it's just counterproductive.
I was drinking to get drunk. I'll say it right now. Like, fuck yeah, I have good times, but nah, it's time to grow up. Fucking... I think there's no reason to put yourself through that, especially when you regret the next day. Especially when you have shit to do or shit that you want to start. Like, it just throws you off.
Yeah. And plus, I'm like the legend of like hangover scaries. Like shit I've done. The shit that I'm the most like. I don't get embarrassed very easily, but like when I drink like too much and I wake up the next morning and like. I can vaguely remember, like, what happened. I just feel like the worst human ever. Like, not that I do anything bad.
It doesn't help that I'm in your ear.
Yeah, because you're like, dude, do you know that you were talking to this chick last night? I was like, nah, stop. But...
New Year's was bad.
New Year's was bad.
Was it New Year's? No, it was
There's a pub crawl for Christmas.
Christmas pub crawl in Boston.
Yeah.
What a time.
But it is what it is. I mean, in increments, like anything else, it's a good time. Like we're still gonna go out every great once in a while, go have a good time. But I mean, besides that, it's go time. It's green.
Let's fucking go. You know what else is green?
What?
Money.
Money. Money.
So I guess, you know, be the product. That is what we are now. We got some goals. This is something we wrote out yesterday. Walk me through them. What are some goals that we have for the next year?
All right. So we got a big one, which I mean, it's very difficult for both of us. Like, obviously.
Different reasons.
Yeah, for different reasons and everything. But, like, we're getting the fuck out of Maine. Like we're getting the fuck out of here.
It needs to be done.
Like, it has to be done. I mean... It's just like the successes that we see in our lives and like, not even the successes, just the jump. Like we've already jumped, like we've made small leap. Like we are on the right path. Like I have no doubt in my mind, but until we make that one big fucking jump that's like, fuck. Like we have to go do something. We have to go get this fucking shit done. Or like what else are we gonna do? We're gonna move home and be fucking bums again? We're gonna be those guys that move away for a fucking 6 months and then come home? No.
So there's that aspect to it. But there's so much more behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Me personally, living or going to school in Massachusetts, away from your parents, and then coming home just to live with them, it's very hard. And I've talked to my parents about it. They understand. They know that I want out and I want bigger and better and obviously out of Maine. But it just needs to be done. Yeah. I feel like I'm just...
You have a getaway. You're fucking here more than you're at your house.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I understand. When I moved home from school, I made it maybe 2 months, 3 months, and I was like, all right, I gotta get out of here. Yeah. Like, nothing against my parents. Like, we both love her. We have awesome parents. Like,
absolutely, yeah. No, I love you, Mom.
Yeah, I love my parents. I love them so much. But
it's not that. It's if I'm gonna be the man that I see myself being in the next 10 years, it's a move that needs to be done, and there's nothing that's gonna stop me. I think 2 weeks ago I called you up. I was at work, you were at work, you were on the road. I was like, dude, we need to do this now. Like, I'm ready. Like, I just need to do it. I don't know what it was, just frustration. But I don't know where the fuck we're going. We've talked about a few places. Definitely somewhere warm.
Somewhere warm. We're going south, baby.
We're going south. Fuck me.
I don't know. We'll keep it disclosed, our ideas, where we're headed, but...
Feel free to...
Yeah, definitely give us some shout-outs of cities, because, like, we're looking to go south, but, like...
We don't know.
We literally don't know. And at the same time, like, we've talked about this multiple times, it really doesn't matter. Like it does. It matters in effect, but, like, at the same time, like, anywhere is better than here for us in this moment.
I agree. I'm just ready to get home. Like, honestly, like... Winter depression is a freaking thing. And I'm not saying
100%.
Depression, like you actually have depression, but it affects your mood. Like, it gets dark out here very quickly. It's cold. Like, we follow Gary Brecka, and sunlight is the one thing that you need.
Yeah,
just get
definitely preaches the red light.
Right on. Yeah, just getting that on your body every single day. That'd be just nice.
Yeah.
Just something you don't ever think about. When you come to Maine, I can promise you, when it's 15 or anywhere below, the last place you want to be is outside. Yeah. Unless you're on the mountain.
I mean, yeah. The only thing for me is, like, both of us grew up, like, with all the winter sports and, like, the skiing, the snowboarding, the snowmobiling. Right. Like I was a true Mainer. Like, I always had, like, the winter activities, but, like, honestly, like I said, those when I'm 50 fucking years old and we haven't made, we can come back and buy some new snowmobiles. Like, like, for now, let's take a little. That's all there is to do, though. If you're gonna live in Maine, you have to fulfill your winters with activities. Yeah. Which is very hard. It's actually a hard thing to do.
Not a lot of people even do it.
No, exactly. A lot of people sit at home and just get depressed. Like,
right. I was talking to my sister. She actually moved out to Denver, and she's a big skier. Her boyfriend, Ben, big skier. So it's perfect for them. But after last weekend skiing, it was, I think, my third time this season skiing. Like, I'm good. I don't need to go again. Yeah. I see it more as, if you're going to live down south, I'll take a ski vacation in the winter. To me, that sounds way more fulfilling than every single weekend.
I think I would rather live where it's warm and visit the cold than live where it's cold and visit the warm for a fucking week a year, Or, like, we have nice summers, don't get me. The summers here are fucking gorgeous. Oh.
Like, yeah, you can't top it.
Like, our summers are better than any other, like...
Our town is literally, it's a beach town.
Yeah.
You got a lake house.
We're inland, or, like, we drive 45 minutes, you're in, like, a lake region, so, like...
Yeah, exactly. We literally have everything you need in the summer.
We got everything. But
it's just, okay.
I'd rather come visit in the summers and come in the winter.
Absolutely.
But
they call it vacation land for a reason.
Exactly.
You're going to come visit.
Exactly.
But, yeah. All right, yeah. So, I mean, that was goal number one, for sure. Second.
All right.
This one's tough.
You can go over this one. Just because we're going to sound like a bunch of douchebags, but we got big goals, guys. Like,
come on, hype this up.
Yeah,
we got this.
Like, we know how hard it's gonna be, and
This could also be a very small goal.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, dude, we do this in a month. You shitting me? But nah, it's 50K followers.
And we're talking about year to date. So like, it is a pretty large scale. A year, there's a lot of fucking time in a year.
Right.
Especially.
But you never know. You just need that one clip that takes off, man.
Yep.
For those of you listening, clip it. But
yeah, like, comment.
Subscribe, share with all your friends.
Yeah.
Now, realistically, 50,000 followers. It's not like we can just wake up one day and expect 50,000 followers. There's some effort that goes into it.
We know the effort.
It's got to be consistent. It's posting every single day. It's responding to people, especially when we're small. That thing just... We have a good friend, Sammy, who pretty active on Twitter. Getting some tips from him. He works at Walmart and he's spending his time tweeting 24/7. He's done significant growth, so shout out Sammy. But I think it's a few things we can learn from him for sure to get that growth. At the end of the day, you're going to be yourself, I'm going to be myself. There's no doubt in my fucking mind that we don't destroy this freaking thing.
Yeah.
It's going to freaking happen and take off.
The other thing that I love is like, we're big Alex Ramosi advocates. Like, I love the guy to death. Like, dude, he's my favorite person to watch. But anywho, he talks a lot about volume, and I see gaining like this gaining traction and everything by volume because like he says, at the end of the day, you're gonna suck at anything that you haven't done before.
Right.
So, I mean, just by pumping out volume, we start getting into this and we make the videos. We start getting into the editing, the social media posts. At the end of the day, it's just going to get easier and easier and easier.
Yeah.
And we're going to learn more and more and more. But if you just sit there, this is what kicked us into second gear because we were sitting there and we were planning. And then
like, when the
fuck are we just going to do it? You know?
Funny thing is, it took you leaving that we're like, we need something.
Yeah, we need something.
You're going on vacation tomorrow, and we're like, dude, let's just film.
Yeah, let's fuck it.
You're gone for a week. I'm going to take the time to freaking edit. You're going to be editing.
Yeah. Give me something to do while I'm sipping a colada.
Lucky.
But, yeah. So definitely we got the posts on all platforms, which I mean we went through. That was another night when in our planning is making all the social media platforms and everything.
Yeah,
talk a little bit about that. How important do you think that the social media platforms are compared to the YouTube?
I mean, I think most of our content's going to come from our podcast, like our major breakthroughs. Because what we're doing at the end of the day is we're creating a brand. Be the product. We're an LLC. We're creating a brand. We still have yet to decide what direction we're going down.
Yeah.
You know,
which we love. We're very spontaneous.
It's literally open-ended until something smacks us right across the face.
Yeah.
Like, I'm comfortable being patient and waiting for the right thing to come up. As of right now, I mean, you're working, doing your tow truck driving. I'm learning sales. By all means, I'm not perfect at what I'm doing, so I'm taking this time to become an expert at what I am doing. Hopefully that translates into whatever we move on to next. But as far as the platforms go, I see YouTube pushing all of our viewership. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's your personal brand too. So it's like you're posting on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, because of YouTube, you're going to get more Instagram followers. Because of what we're posting on YouTube, you're going to get more Twitter followers. You're going to get so. We don't know what's going to be the number one factor.
Yeah.
We don't have any numbers yet.
In my head, I'm thinking opposite. I'm thinking like that because like you just said, we don't really know which way it's going to go. And there's no way of telling.
No clue.
But like in my head, I foresee like YouTube being like the product.
Right.
And then like all the social media platforms are just the advertisement for that. That's the way that I think of it. But at the end of the day, whatever starts to gain traction and fucking roll the punches.
You go with the flow.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens.
Exactly.
But we're in it for the long haul, so
yeah.
You can try to take us down, but we're gonna keep on punching.
Yeah, I mean content wise,
we
can only get better. I mean, we can make promises that it's gonna get better. Because
Well,
this is as bad as it's if it gets worse than this, like, I don't really know how.
People listening now are like, why the fuck are we listening?
But that's okay.
Hi, Mom.
That's okay. Yeah, and then ultimately, connections. Like,
oh my Lord, that's huge. That is the one thing. That's the one takeaway I have from college.
Yeah.
It's not what the fuck you know, it's who you know.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And we're going to take you places that you've never been.
Yeah.
You know, if I didn't meet you, I wouldn't be here, right? That's just crazy for me to think about.
Exactly.
I'd be sitting in an office.
One person.
One person.
One person that knows a person. One person that has a cousin that knows a person.
It's like the coronavirus,
like, you know what I mean?
all over again.
It's just like, I feel like me and you are fortunate enough with our social skills that, like, that is one of our biggest assets.
Right.
It's just being able to talk to people, or like sit next to somebody at the fucking bar and just sit there and chat their ear off, and then you find out that this guy knows this guy, and like
it's the art
I
of
love that shit.
Fuck.
And like, I'm going on vacation. I haven't said this out loud to Alec, but like, that's all I've been thinking about. Like, is going on this vacation, I'm just gonna see how many fucking like old guys I can meet with like experience. Because at the end of the day, like, that's kind of where we want to form this podcast to.
Right.
Like, this will be like not one of the few. We don't really know yet, but like, we're planning on having a guest on for most of our podcasts. We already have a list of people that we're looking to get on.
Talk to.
But
I mean, and they're the local hometown heroes in my eyes.
Yeah.
You know? But obviously, as we grow, we want our guests to grow as well.
And that's the connections. That's
the
what we like. Like,
right.
Hopefully, as we grow, we can get more educated, more successful people on, and then that's how we build our connections to not only grow the podcast, but to both of us want to get into the business world.
Right.
We're both business minded at the end of the day.
Right.
So, I mean, whether the podcast be the business or whichever route we decide to take it, but yeah, there's that.
There we go. And we also, to do this, we know that we have to pump out the podcast, be consistent with it. Obviously, I think right now our goal is one a week.
One a week.
For the full year. Obviously, more is better. Less, I wouldn't consider that at all. I don't know if you want to touch upon that. It's just...
I think that the podcast might be actually easiest.
Right,
rather than the short term, the Instagram.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we're going to get covered.
It's crazy nowadays, dude. They have AI doing all that shit.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like, there's literally apps on your phone that will take clips from this conversation right now and make it into short form content.
Well, I'd love to figure that. That's the next thing that we got to figure out, guys.
We're always figuring out something else, but I don't know who I was watching. Might have just been scrolling. I always meaninglessly scroll. But someone was like, he hired short form content people. Mm-hmm. And he was like, all right, your job is to actually tell me where AI stands with all this. And the guys, or the short form content people, literally walked up to him and were like, oh yeah, they're able to cut clips and make short form content now. And he looks at them and goes, you know, you just got replaced. Just like, what?
Just telling them that exactly. My job is meaningless, actually.
Yeah, you can do this for free now, by the way.
Yeah, seriously.
But we're just learning.
Yeah.
I wanted just to hire someone to edit everything right away, but you brought up a good point. It's like, you got to learn it.
Like, at the end of the, like, anything
and
else.
we seriously don't have the capital to just hire someone. So it's like, how much better is what they're putting out there going to be than what we're doing? So
I learned that from my dad. My dad's like, he always preached that if you want to be the boss of something, you better know every fucking aspect. I don't care what it is. You got to know the invoicing. You got to know like how to do everything at least proportionally. You don't have to be excellent at everything, but you have to have a general idea of where every branch of your business, which I'm not saying be the smartest guy, because I think that you can hire people that are smarter than you, but
I hate that term, smartest guy. I hate it. There's never the smartest guy in the room. You have skills that I will never be able to touch surface of. Mm-hmm. And I feel the same vice versa with me. So for me to say, You're the smartest. Fuck that. Like, no, you're smart in your own aspect. If I got in a tow truck right now, dude.
You've been in one.
If I drove one, though, you wouldn't even let me. You're hesitant to let me drive your Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah, admit it.
I got the 22-inch rims on it. You know, not a lot of sidewall. He might fuck it up.
It's all good.
Oh, this is right down my alley. I've been excited about this.
Yeah, this is something that we didn't really write any like plan with it, but it's gonna fucking come.
Yeah.
Line of merch.
Like, just tell me with honesty. Be the product. Like, that on a t-shirt, just like, fuck.
Wearing it. The
like,
t-shirt's the product.
That fucks. Like, that shirt fucks. Like just a brand name. Like you can take it with anything. Like, be the product. Gym. Sales. Be the product. You're selling yourself. Marketing. Like, any aspect you want to take that down, or like, you can pick any target market.
Literally
like,
goes back to why we settled on be the product and why the fuck we have no direction right now.
Exactly.
Because literally everything that we do is the product.
Yeah.
Go anywhere.
I mean, at the end of the day, this whole thing is about like, me and Alec have been down a really like good path with like self-development.
Yeah.
Like we've been busting our ass like in every aspect.
Literally all it's been.
Like
the past
we've been on our grind.
5 months, whether it was just as simple as going to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're big into your list, which is great. Ice bath,
supplements, diets,
reading shit.
Getting up in early, educating yourself. I mean that.
I did the Gary Brecka 10x, what's it called, genetics test.
Yeah.
Waiting for the results, but at the end of the day, you know, it's just all been self.
Dude, he's glowing. He's literally glowing. Look, he's been drinking hydrogen water.
Hydrogen water. Shout out hydrogen water.
Look at it.
Look at. Shout out Gary Brecka. Hydrogen water.
I fucking love Gary Brecka too, though.
Yeah.
I love it.
Everything. Dude, I mean, he got on Nelk and I was just like, dude. I grew up watching.
I was watching him before that.
I honestly, like, I saw him. I didn't really notice too much about it, but
ultimate human. That's what we're trying to be.
Yeah. Something.
Yeah.
You know, we're immortal, man. We're more than human. We're immortal. We're indestructible.
Oh, you saw that TikTok too?
Dude, I didn't see no TikTok. I don't have TikTok, but I'm immortal, and I know it.
Okay.
Now, oh my lord, this one's juicy.
Oh, okay.
This one is juicy.
Let me give you a little context.
No. The question that I have to ask you: what line of work do you see yourself going in a year from now? Expecting to make zero money, having to stop working for a tow truck company.
Because there's only one option.
There's only one option.
For me, there's only one option.
Okay.
We're going into sales. We're going deep into sales.
Okay.
But the background context is that, like, the towing company that I work for is my family business. So my parents own it, and they've kind of been grooming me in a way, but I think that they kind of got the hint that I don't really want it. But I still have to sit down and have that hard conversation. Like, shit, I've been talking about this quote. I've been talking about this quote for 3 days. Don't get me wrong. Another Alex Ramosi thing. Well, actually, it's Alex Ramosi's girlfriend who said this. But she said, fear is a mile wide and an inch thick. And, like, when I heard that, I got goosebumps. I was like, damn, that one really sticks. Because, like, this conversation is so fucking scary. Like, my parents don't even know that I'm, like, thinking about moving. Like, they don't know anything. And I have to sit down and tell them that, like, I want to get the fuck away. Not only do I want to leave, I want to leave the business that I'm in. I want to get into sales when I don't have a degree, and I just want to go out on my own. And, like, from a parent's perspective, I know they're gonna be like, that's the stupidest fucking idea I've ever heard. But at the same time, my parents believe in me a lot too.
Yeah, they're not going.
They know how I am. But yeah, it's just a scary conversation. But at the end of the day, it has to be said. It has to be done, because I have to start now with Alec. I'm gonna kind of work under him and start getting my foot in the door in sales. Start learning, because I don't want to move out there with, like, I know I have good social skills, but I have no.
There's some skills that
no sales.
Right.
Sales is definitely
until you do it, like you don't know what you need to work on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's the only way to do it.
There's a formula behind that shit. Like,
it's numbers. It's a numbers game. I promise you, it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
And practice all you want. There's no practice more than, someone's gonna be better at sales who knocks 1,000 doors than someone who knocked 10 doors. The person who knocked 1,000 doors is gonna be better at sales.
Unless you absolutely suck.
For absolutely starting. No. If you at door 1,000 will be better than yourself at door
1.
Yeah.
I would hope the fuck.
Right, but that's everything, and that's how you move up.
Yeah.
But it's all good. I approached you. I wanted you to go all in. Now, this is where it got tough. My question is, what is the hesitation to going all in? Obviously, that whole background, that whole story that you just told.
I think a portion of it is that I do play a pretty big role in the company here. So I have to tell them sooner than later, obviously. And give them time to fill that role. Or decide, I have a strong feeling that, like, my parents, I'm not going to talk about the business, but
yeah,
at the end of the day, I don't want to leave them high and dry. Like you got to have a time frame. I mean, if anything, like we said, like just busting our ass on the weekends. I mean, we're going to be fulfilled with this, obviously, but at the same time, like, there's always time.
Yeah, and you're a fast learner too.
I think that the real jump is just walking up to the first door.
Yeah, I can't wait to go out with you
that's
for that.
the real jump. I hope there's some baddie milfs, bro.
I actually am very excited for you to just hop in a car with me and we just go.
Yeah.
Guys, it's hard alone. It's very hard alone. You're knocking, you get denied 20 times in a row, and you're like, fuck this, let me get back in the car. And you're just like warming up, because we live in Maine. It's freaking cold. But no, it's always better with someone else, because we're going to gamify it, of course.
Yeah.
This is how we are.
We're gonna get competitive with it.
Absolutely.
And fuck you. He knows he knows the cheat code. He walks up. He's like, "Oh, your eyes are beautiful, miss." She's like,
"Dude, I'm just
they're brown."
Yeah, is that amber?
That's
amber? Gorgeous. That's gorgeous.
You gotta tell them. Those aren't brown. Those are what's like green and brown.
I ain't no artist, man.
When you mix green and brown, what the fuck is the name of that?
Green and brown.
Green and brown. It'll come back to me.
It's just not beige. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Beige
is like orange, isn't it?
I thought beige was brown.
Hazel.
Oh,
hazel. Yeah, that like every single person that has brown eyes, and they try to tell me that they're hazel, I'm like,
they're brown.
Maybe in like certain lighting, certain t-shirts, bring them out.
Yeah, and you know what? That is a thing, though.
Yeah,
I wear a blue shirt, my eyes get really blue.
Icy blue.
Icy blue.
Inside joke. Okay, let's move on to some gym goals, like more personal goals. Fuck, man.
We only wrote one thing, but it's because we don't. I don't know about you, but we've been on the grind for a minute.
Yeah,
so it's just
like both of those things. That's just a goal, but like the fucking goals under that goal are tremendous. Like the amount of consistency and fucking dedication and like all the background behind it. Like people who go to the gym are gonna understand what. Like, go ahead.
With what?
Your goal.
Oh, my goal is to get 10% body fat, down to 10% body fat.
He has no idea what the fuck he is right now, so.
No clue, but we're gonna fucking go for it. And when I do, I'm gonna be like, shit, fucking did it.
But he's not 10% yet.
Oh, no, not even close. Probably 20%.
Yeah.
18, 19.
I have no idea.
Something like that, but.
So.
I finally put up 225, so shout out.
Yeah, he did.
It's been a freaking grind, but can finally say I'm a gym goer.
You should have seen his fucking face.
Dude, I didn't know what to do. I was excited. I was like, holy crap.
It was a big jump, so we put it on the bar, and I was like, there's no fucking way he puts this up. I'm gonna have to grab this off his neck. And it started going up. I was like, damn, that's gonna go up. And it did. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I didn't even want to max that day. The issue is
I always want to max.
But you bench more than me, so like, he'll start off. Well, we usually start off with 130. We usually do 130 plate for a warm up. Then we go to 185, and he makes the jump to 225. And so he had it up there, and I was like, fuck it, like, just gonna do it. Let's do it. Put it up. The coolest part about putting it up was actually the worker coming up to me.
Yeah.
And saying, "Did you just do that?" I was like, "Yeah." I felt like the shit.
He felt like the shit.
I felt like the shit.
Besides the fact that we didn't have 2 plates around. So,
oh my lord!
So this motherfucker, he's sitting there.
We recorded it.
I did it. We recorded it. But he's got a plate. It was a plate, a 35, and a 10. Yeah. So it was 225, but he just looks like a bitch. Like, it's not 2 wheels. And then the next week, we put it back on because he wanted a video with the 2 wheels on. Didn't hit it. Fuck.
So, two steps forward, one step back.
But you can't take it away from you, so.
I got it up.
You hit it.
I got it, but not 2 wheels.
I can't talk. Like, 280, and then we maxed the other day. I barely got 270 up. I was like, but.
It doesn't help that we pretty much went the past 7 days.
Oh, we don't take breaks, so it's like our full strength is not there. Especially,
I slacked
you absolutely rape your back, like, the next day. Even though that you hit your back,
it affects
like you're working every muscle, and there's a lot of lats and benching.
That's why it's like nearly impossible to go for a max. I feel like like it's volume, but
your body's tired, man.
Exactly, but yeah, man, I feel like I've always been not big by all means. I'm not a big person, but I've just had like lingering body fat that I just want to fucking shred. I want to fucking get shredded.
That's body dysmorphia. You've never had body fat.
Maybe it's body dysmorphia, but I know for a fact I'm not 10% body fat.
Yeah, no.
So we're gonna get there.
You gotta gain some more, because if you're 10% body fat, you're gonna lose.
Right. I think what I wrote down was actually get to 165, and then focus on that.
Yeah.
But then I'm gonna get to 165, and never know how you feel about it.
Yeah.
So, what about you? What's your goal?
I want to get up to 200 pounds in like a lean 200. Like, not like a bitch hefty 200. Like, I just kind of got off of bulk.
What was your max? What was your peak?
I hit 191 4 days ago.
191 4 days ago, and you made the switch 4 days ago to do what?
I'm doing meat only.
Meat only. And did you do this because you're going on vacation?
Yeah, I wanted to shred out.
Okay.
And so, for those of you that don't know me, my body's fucked. What do you mean? I could eat like a fuck. Like, I was eating 5,000-6,000 calories a day, and I was like gaining like, this is for months, and I probably gained like 15 pounds and like, which I mean, that's, when you say it out loud, like, that's not that much, or that's not a bad number, but it was probably over like, what, 3-4 months. So I got up to 191. I started at like probably 170s, like 172, 173. And I hopped on this carnivore diet, and I ate no carbs for like three and a half days. I stepped on the scale today. I was 191 4 days ago, the heaviest I've ever been. Stepped on the scale today, I'm 181. I've lost 10. I lost 6 pounds the first day. With no carbs. And tomorrow I just want to eat a fucking slice of bread. I'm going on vacation, so I don't really give a fuck tomorrow. But
you got cut for it.
I did it. 4 days. Well, tomorrow will be 5, but
there we go.
It's still, that's way harder than I thought it would be, honestly. Well, I've been really good with sugars too. I haven't eaten any sugars. It's literally been meat, water, and caffeine. That's it.
Sounds like the dream.
Nah, I've been drinking caffeine like a fuck, dude.
You don't realize...
You gotta replace an addiction with a different addiction.
Yeah. So what you replace it with?
Caffeine.
Oh, you were just...
Oh, I was just drinking caffeine OD, because, like, I crave caffeine.
It's currently 8 o'clock, 8 whatever, and he's...
I just finished a Bang. Oh, yeah, by the way, like, if this blows up, which it won't, like, can we get sponsored by Bang? Because I drink, like, 2 or 3 of these a day, and I just love Bang. It's been on my, like... I've been doing this since, like, sophomore year of high school. Like when Bang first blew up, I've always been an advocate. And then they went out of business for a minute there. Now they're back. They got bought out by Coca-Cola, which makes it even harder to get sponsored. But anywho, just reference.
Shout out Bang.
Shout out Bang. Mango. Bang. Peach mango is the best flavor.
Purple haze.
You're fucking psycho, dude.
Love that
Purple
shit.
haze. What the fuck? I'll drink any of them. I don't care. Give me sour apple. That shit
Actually,
sucks.
you know what slaps is the cherry vanilla.
That one's fine.
One's fire.
That's my second favorite. I'll give you that.
Which one did I not like? I like them all because they're gonna be our sponsor one day.
Exactly.
But,
so I think that we should just like, we'll start wrapping up, but like just go over like the core beliefs of like what we're trying to accomplish with this podcast. Because at the end of the day, like we sit here and we're like kind of like laughing. This is just our personality, but like don't take that for like a comedy show. Because like
right.
at the end of the day, we're trying to be motivated and we're trying to better ourselves. And I think that the podcast is just like so our viewers can learn from us as well as teach us. Like the people that we come on, we're like the trial and error dummies. That's what we're looking to be.
We're the test monkeys.
We're the test monkeys.
We are.
Like we hope people can learn from our fuck ups. Because we're gonna fuck up like a lot. Like that. That's gonna be.
It's gonna be fun exposing it.
Exactly.
Not really. There's a lot of truth that you have to face.
Yeah.
But no, value wise, you know, if you're someone that finds yourself wanting a more fulfilled life in all areas, whether it is the gym, whether it is connecting with other people, just business in general, sales, social media, like
people skills, motivation.
Exactly. Like it just makes sense to tune into what we are doing because we are proof that, you know, small town boys from Maine can just freaking do it.
Yeah. And not give a fuck.
That's going to be the biggest thing is I don't really give a shit.
Not give a fuck. Like we know what everyone's going to say. We know what everybody's going to think. But at the end of the day, who the fuck cares? Because you know what Alex Ramosi says? In 200 years, nobody's going to remember your fucking name.
I beg to differ. I'm immortal, so I'll still be around.
I hope so. Well, I hope somebody remembers my name in 200 years. But if we don't step out of the box and be an outside thinker and do what everybody else doesn't do, then fuck no. We're going to be nobodies.
As much as this is going to provide value for other people and those that listen and follow us, I also think there's a lot of value that we're going to get from each other. Yeah. And just being able to look back, you know, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, this exact day, and be like, holy shit. Like, that to me is just...
And that's manifesting, dude.
Right, I know.
We know it's...
The crazy part
I know it with my whole heart. Like
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna fucking happen. Like,
there's no question about it.
Even if it's not with this, like, at the end of the day, we're gonna make it in something.
Yeah.
100%. Whether it's business, whether it's a product, whether it's sales, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
We're the product. We are the product.
Especially me and you together, because we bounce off each other fucking so well.
Yeah, sometimes you just get on my nerves, though. But I get on yours.
Yeah, because you're a little fuck. But...
Why am I a little fuck?
But at the end of the day, we motivate each other. And honestly, neither one of us would be doing anything probably... I'd be working still, and you'd probably still be doing sales.
I think I'd be in mess.
Yeah.
Just punching numbers in for someone else.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that was the whole plan is I want something for me.
Exactly.
That I can say, hey, me and my buddy did this.
We fucking built it.
Yeah.
We built it.
From the ground up.
So. But I think the other big thing is transparency. Like, we're going to try to be us up front and, like... We don't give a fuck for the, like...
There's going to be transparency naturally just because I know if I'm not doing something I'm supposed to be doing, you're calling me out for it.
Yeah.
And that's going to show in whatever we are delivering.
That's what I'm trying to say, show it to the audience.
Exactly.
Because we want to be raw and authentic. So, like, we're not going to hide our mistakes. We're going to tell you guys about the mistakes.
Right.
So then hopefully it doesn't matter what path you're on, but if you're doing something similar to what we're doing... you can see where we fucked up or like what we did wrong, and hopefully not make that same mistake, because there's gonna be plenty of them in front of us.
100%, man.
Fuck yeah.
Only ways up.
Only ways up.
Well, I think that does it. That was shit. That was sick.
Thanks for watching Be the Product.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
And stay tuned.
We got more coming. So
let's fucking go.